And we ended up loading Red up and taking him to Dr. D's that night. Good morning, Cog Squad. Hope you're having the most glorious day today. I must say, I want y'all to look real good over here. I don't know if we're showing up on camera, but Farm Help Caden, my main man Caden, came. Actually, this took him a few days, but he completely cleaned the barn for us, and it looks fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. We and Brooke have been working on it, but we really wanted it to look really nice because let me tell you what's happening. Good morning, Peachy. What's up, Pocket? Peach? Let me get your bowl, Peaches. Let me get your bowl, baby. How you doing this morning? How'd you sleep last night? You sleep good? You sleep good? Yeah. Let's get your bowl, baby. Let's get your bowl. Good morning, Pocket. Hey, beautiful. Yeah. Get them shavings out of your bowl, baby. You don't need to eat them. You know, you don't need to eat them right there, do you? Sure don't. Let me tell y'all what we got going on over here. So, later on in the week, the local electric cooperative, who also does the internet around here, well, they put out this monthly magazine, and they are going to feature us in it. Well, I don't know when it's going to happen. I know how magazines work because we've been in a couple of magazine articles over the years, and you know, I've had some where it was like a year later before it got published. But they are going to do a story about us, and they're coming to the farm, and so we wanted to look super nice when they get here. So we got Caden to help us out. I'm telling y'all, he did an amazing job, as always. We are so blessed and lucky to have that young man. All right, let's peek out this door and see what we got. Guarantee that if there's any cow out there, it's gonna be T-Rex Tater. Y'all ready? Told you. Oh, that's his little man. There's T. Well, I take that back. Are they all out there this morning? They are. Except Matilda, she's over there eating hay. So they're all waiting for breakfast this morning. Tell y'all what, here lately, especially when we put hay out there, there's only one out there waiting for breakfast, and that's that young lady right there. She's looking into my soul right now. All right, y'all, we gotta let your food soak, okay? Gotta let your food soak. I'll be back. Oh, I hear somebody else this morning, don't you, Holly? Yep, sure do. Good morning, beautiful. How you doing this morning? Doing all right? You and Gus sleep well? He didn't keep you up, did he? No? Okay. You probably used to all that snoring. Yeah. You probably used to all that snoring, ain't you, baby? Yeah, you probably used to it.
All right, girls. There are 5 over here. No girls in. 7 over here. So a full dozen. And a girl in the box. Good lady. talking about, girl? Peaches teach you to sing.
Peaches says the more racket over here means the quicker we'll come.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Hear that?
I hear it.
All right,
Just keep
girl.
talking.
Get
Just
you
keep
some
talking.
stuff. There you go. There you go, girl. Look like she's been laying down.
She has. Look at her. She slept good last night, obviously. Loretta, you going to go do the dishes? What's going on, girl? She says she just can't eat with Gus no more. She just can't. It makes way too much noise. She just gotta get away from him. Oh, come on out, boys. Come on out. There you go. Good morning, y'all. Y'all come on out too. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. There you go. What's going on, Big Red? Curtis? Bo? Old Top said he gonna sleep in just a little bit. Ain't no sense getting no hurry this morning. Oh, Top. Well, y'all, I've got to tell y'all about a big scare we had the other day with Red, our little weathered Nubian. So the other night, Brooke was putting everybody up, and she sent me a text and said, something's not right with Red. He's sick. And I think he's got basically kidney stones. Basically what it is in layman's term. And it can be deadly for male goats, either wethers or bucks. So he wouldn't eat. He wouldn't eat. He was standoffish, which is really odd. And so we knew automatically something was not right. We tried to, or Brooke tried to see him do number one. And she thought she saw him try and nothing came out, which is a telltale sign. In the female goats, you don't have to worry about this very much because the way the urinary tract is made, the difference between a male goat and a female goat is just pretty much kind of straight. Got a lover's quarrel over there. A male goat has got a curve to it. And so what happens is that sometimes calcium or deposits gets built up in that urinary tract and creates a little stone, a crystallized stone. And when it hits that curve, it can't get out. Unlike a female that just has that straight shot. So usually not issues with female goats. And if you notice, most of your goat feeds now have ammonia chloride in it. I know that sounds scary. I know it does. But that is something that's safe for goats that helps prevent this happening. We actually lost early on, before YouTube, one of our most favorite goats ever. He was the sweetest thing in the world. He was a rescue goat that we rescued from an auction. Terrible shape, terrible condition. He was a Nubian, and we bottle fed him, got him to health, and y'all, he was, I'm telling you, he was a puppy dog. Get in your lap, want to love on you, kind of like Topper, except big, like the size of Joe or Mo. And I thought he had bloat, is what I thought. And so I tried to relieve him from bloat, and bloat is where they build up gas and can't release it, and you want him to burp, basically what it amounts to. And tried. I just knew what this was. And he never would burp. So we ended up loading up and taking him to our vet at the time. And we got him there, and our vet looked at him, and he was very concerned and said that we needed to take him to Tuskegee, the vet school, because they deal with small ruminants versus Auburn at the time that dealt with more bigger farm animals, and Tuskegee was closer. So we got Earl out at Tuskegee, and we could tell he was in a lot of pain. And they got him and they x-rayed him, and it seemed like he was back there forever. Just really did. Then they came back and said that the worst had happened. And that is that his urinary tract got blocked, and basically he couldn't urinate, and so your bladder just ruptures. And that's what happened. And we lost Earl. It was devastating for us. Brooke was about 7 months pregnant. I just remember thinking, Brooke being pregnant, this was going to be so hard on her. And it was really hard. Earl was our baby. And it was so tough. So tough. But I can remember that day like it was yesterday. But from that point forward, we learned about what can happen if you don't feed your goats the proper diet. And we learned it the hard way. That's why I always say goats are not for beginners. They're really not. You're going to have your heart broken, or you're going to have an emergency situation. And you're going to learn from experience, for one. And you really need a vet that can help you when you have emergency situations or have questions. And luckily we do. We got Dr. D now. So that's immediately what we thought was going on with Red. We thought Red had a blockage. So Dr. D was out of town at the time. He said, but meet me at my house at 7:30 p.m. And that's what we did. We had Red separated from the herd. And we ended up loading Red up and taking him to Dr. D's that night. Now, I will say this. You guys know us. And you know how we are. I did not film any of this really at all, because our animals come first and making videos and content comes second. So if any of you guys been following us throughout the years, you know exactly how it is. We didn't film very much because at the time, we're not thinking about filming anything. We're thinking about one thing, and that is trying to help or save our animal. Filming is secondary. Don't even cross our mind hardly. Got to Dr. D, and Dr. D immediately, pick Red up, and Dr. D helped me get him on the table. And Red's just calm. He really is. He's really, really calm, which was a little concerning a little bit, but also, was good, because, gosh, if he would have been fighting, it would have been rough. He's a heavy sucker, I can tell you right now. Checked his temperature, had a temperature. I think it was 105. A goat's temperature needs to be around 102. So it was about 3 degrees, somewhere in there. Don't know why he had a temperature. Dr. D kept feeling of him and messing around and feeling his bladder. And he told us, guys, I just don't think he's got a blockage. I really don't. I just don't think he's got a blockage. He said, if he does, we'll fix it. We'll drain his bladder and start working on getting the blockage relieved. He said, but I just don't think he's got a blockage. He said, let's rule out bloat. And so he did. He felt of him. He said, I just don't know. I don't think he's got a blockage. Don't think that's it. His bladder is not full at all. He doesn't have bloat. I'm not quite for sure what's going on here, he said, but let's just cover all of our bases. I'm going to give him some medication. We're going to get his fever brought down, and he should start feeling better in a few hours. And first, by in the morning time, let me know how he is. If he's a different goat, I need to know. If he's still sick, bring him back. And so that's what we did. Dr. D gave him 3 shots. I'm not for sure what they are. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. But he tried to get some fecal, couldn't get any from him. And so we got Red. We brought him back home. We put him in the stall by himself. And we watched him for a good little minute. Probably was out here probably for an hour or so watching him. And sure enough, you could tell from his mannerisms, he started feeling better. Yeah, they do got him a nice little bed going on over there. Big old bed. Hey, Biscuit. Biscuit's gonna come check us out. All right, Mr. Red, we're gonna get you fixed up, buddy. We're gonna get you fixed up. All your buddies over here cheering you on. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's over here cheering you on. There you are. All right, buddy, we got you some water. You got through seeing Dr. D tonight. He gave you a bunch of medicine. And Mama's gonna get you some food. And then we're gonna get a fecal in the morning and check your temperature in the morning. You gonna ride in there next, honey? You gonna ride in the back next? You look like you fixing to hop up in there, don't you, girl? As a matter of fact, by the time we decided to go on to the house and go to bed, Red was way better than he was before we took him. So Dr. D's plan is, let's check the fecal out. Get me a fecal. We're going to check it out. And if he's not any better by the morning time, let me know. And then we will regroup. We might have to get some blood work done. We'll try to figure out what's going on. But y'all, we could tell already, Red was already starting to make a turnaround. But that's what we did. Hey, buddy. Hey, Red. You can see Red's fine. He's doing great. He's doing great. Yes, you are. So we got his fecal. And we got it over there to Dr. D. Hey, buddy. What's going on, Top? And so we're waiting on the results to come back from his fecal. And we'll know what to do from that point forward. You know, it could be one of these things. You know, goats are just like humans. You know, sometimes you just get sick. Sometimes you just get a bug. Sometimes, you know, you don't feel good. And that could be possibly what it is, because he is completely fine now. And also, none of the other goats have shown any symptoms whatsoever. Zero, zilch, none, nada. Nobody's been sick. Nobody's been, you know, feeling bad or anything. Everybody's been 100% okay. That right, big buddy? Ain't that right? Yep. Everybody's been fine. So we're waiting on the results to come back. As soon as they come back, we'll let you guys know what's going on and as to what Dr. D suggests we should do from this point forward. But I want to say this. Because if there's anybody out there that has any animal, you know, just get to know your animals. Get to know them. You just, even though they're goats, even though they're chickens, even though they're pigs or emus or whatever, get to know them. Spend a lot of time with them. That way, you know when something's off. We could have easily just let this pass by and not notice that Red was not acting right. You know what I mean? So I just say that because I don't want anybody out there to get their heart broken or anything like that. So just kind of get to know your animals. And that way you can realize when something isn't right. And if you catch it early enough, like Dr. D said, with Red, if he'd have had a blockage, no big deal, because we had caught it early enough. He was going to do a catheter and drain his bladder and then give him some medicines to break up the calcium or the blockage. I know that can't happen all the time. I know that your animals, especially farm animals, especially prey animals, really especially prey animals like goats, horses, a lot of animals in general. I say prey animals, but they hide it so well because they don't want to seem weak or vulnerable. And sometimes you don't catch it. If you pay close attention and know your animals, a lot of times you can. Right, partner? By the way, we do have a chance of rain today, which is starting to sprinkle a little bit now, which is great because I'm going to tell you, oh, there's Red gonna come see me now. You gonna come see me, buddy? You gonna come see me? Yeah. Oh, sweet thing. But I'm not gonna complain at all about the rain. Zero complaints from me, I can tell you. Hey, goofball. You gonna complain about the rain? Nope. Y'all can see the goats are headed to the they headed to the cover over here. I've said it many times before. You can see everybody here. Look, they're all coming. Goats don't care for water too much, do they, buddy? Not like you guys do. Nope. Now, goats are not fans of the rain or water in general. Getting them some minerals over there this morning. All right, boss lady. Come on out if you want to. Come on out if you want to. I gotta get Pocket some hay. I'm getting you hay, girl. Here you go, girl. There you go. Hey, it might be a good day to sleep in. That rain on that tin roof. I know you got your bed comfy over there. I might come over here and lay with you. All right, girl. Let's go get the horses. I know their food's too soaking. Yeah. So we did get your Christmas bandana on, didn't we? That's right. We're going to have to go Christmas tree hunting for too long. Unlike the goats, the cows, the horses, the pigs, pigs are kind of 50-50, I'd say. Definitely not the emus. But for the most part, all the rest of the animals, the rain doesn't bother them. Now, heavy rain, a lot of them would seek shelter, but just regular old light rain, it don't bother them at all. Just the goats. All right, y'all's food is good. How is it this morning, huh? It's pretty good, buddy? Yeah. As you guys can see, we did get the wooden part of the fence finished. Now, I still got to saw the tops off, but we did finish getting the wood up, the missing wood down there. Got all that put up, and I must say, it looks great. It really does looks so good. Makes me wish all my fencing was like this. And maybe one day, that's a lot of work, but maybe one day. But I just love the look of the wood fencing. Also, let me show you what else we got going on. May not look like much, but our goal is to completely put new fencing up around our entire property, our entire 40 acres. Now, I don't know how much we've got done already, but we do have a good bit done, but we also got a good bit left to do. Now, there is fencing there, but it's old barbed wire. No telling how old it is, y'all. And it's just falling down, it's coming apart. Some places it's okay. Some places there's nothing there. Trees have fallen on it. Limbs have fallen on it. It's just needs to be fixed. So we pulled some string. Caden helped me yesterday. We got all the T-posts in all the way down through here. I forget how many T-posts we got in the ground. Haven't done the wooden post yet, but I take that back. We have done some of the wooden post. We got to get the other ones dug and in concrete. But this is a big undertaking right here. It really is. And let me show you how it goes down through here. I don't know if you can see, but it goes all the way down through there, and it goes back up that way, up through there. Now this spot was cleared out for us. We've actually kind of been working on this area, keeping it clear. You can see some of the old fencing was there, so it gives us a line, and we found an iron marker too, which is great. But all this is clear through here that we got done, and all the way back up through this way over here. But once we get past this clearing way down yonder, it turns into that thick mess. So that's what we'll have to start working on a little bit at a time, so we can get it cleaned up enough where we can actually put fencing in. But maybe one day our entire property will be fenced in, and that will be a relief. We get stray dogs, we get coyotes, we get foxes, and I know they can dig. I absolutely know they can dig, but you know, that goes back to my part of talking about our layered defense that we have here on our farm. The more layers you have, the better off you are when it comes to predators. Holly, let's go. What in the world is she doing? What she was doing. What was you doing? You was running like a little puppy through there. Yeah. Oh, what you were doing? Yeah. Well, y'all, since it's nasty and raining, y'all probably can hear it on the barn roof. I'm gonna do something on the inside. I got a cast iron skillet over here I got in the E-tank over here, and it was really bad. Really bad. So I'm interested to see what it looks like now. It's been in there for about 3 to 5 days. And I'm hoping this thing got all that crust off, because it's one of the worst ones I've seen when it comes to having that much oil build up on a pan. All right, let's see here. Let's get everything off here. Let's see what this pan looks like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all look at this. So you saw what it looked like before I put it in there. You can see all that's gone now. But look on the inside, you can see it right there. It should come off fairly easy. Yeah, watch this. Watch this right here. Look at that. Let's go take it to the sink and finish cleaning it up. I can't wait I can actually see numbers on it now. I didn't see any markings earlier except the MK. Got all my kitty friends in here. Biscuit down here eating. Yeah. Biscuit down there eating. Sylvester's up here in the bed. I see you, buddy. Looks comfy up there, I can tell you that. Let's see if we can get this thing clean. Look at it now. Isn't that unreal? Got it down to the bare metal. I'm going to take it to the house. I'm going to season it up. I'm going to show y'all how I season my cast iron. I've had a lot of y'all asking about that, especially since we got our own cast iron seasoning out now. And I'll show y'all how to season raw cast iron and how to care for your cast iron that's already got seasoning on it or that's already seasoned. Maybe we can identify this or get some information about this piece here that one of you guys gifted me, and I certainly appreciate that. I hope you're watching the video and remember this piece, what it looked like, and now what it looks like, and then in a few minutes what it's going to look like once we start getting some seasoning on it. Y'all want to come help me season this pan? I didn't think so. Oh goodness, y'all two are something else. All right, y'all, we're back at the house. As you can see, let me show y'all how I take care of my cast iron or season my cast iron. If it's raw, if it's not raw, how I take care of it. I'm going to show you guys that. It's really simple, really easy. I do want to show you guys this though. So we just drove from there to here, and you can see my cast iron is already starting to rust just that fast. Cast iron's nemesis is moisture, is water. So even if it's seasoned, not seasoned, but even if it is seasoned, water still will make it rust. A mistake that a lot of people make is they're cleaning their cast iron and they kind of treat it like a regular pan, a stainless steel pan, or a coated pan, and so they'll stick it under the sink and it got eggs stuck to it or something stuck to it and fill it up with water and just leave it in the sink for an hour or so. or overnight. And they'll come back and they'll have rust spots all over it. So it's crucial that you do keep your cast iron good and dry. So after you wash it or get moisture on it, even if it's seasoned, be sure that you dry it off really, 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 really good. I tell you what I like to do is after I've washed mine, I'll put it on the eye over there and cut it on and just let it get warm for a few minutes to make sure I got it good and dry before I go put another light coating of oil on it and go hang it up. So, but let's season this cast iron skillet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Now, depending on what oil or fat you're using to season your skillet with is going to depend on what temperature you use. All oils and fats have a smoke point, and you don't want to go over that smoke point. You want to get close to it, but you don't want to get higher than it because it's not going to season properly, okay? So with our seasoning, if you didn't know this, and I spent a long time coming up with this, me and Miss Laura over at Simply Making It, we just tried different things and we finally came up with one that I absolutely love. And this has got avocado oil, which is one of my favorites to season it with, grapeseed oil, which is another one of my favorites to season it with, and it also has some of our beeswax in this as well to help protect your skillets or your cast iron. Now, this is going to be somewhere around 400 to 425. I do 400. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working out perfectly. So we're going to take our oil or our seasoning. We're going to put a little bit on our rag, just a little bit, like so, not much. We're going to start putting it in our skillet, okay? We're going to coat our skillet really good. Now, this goes for seasoning your pan, or if you're done cooking with your pan and you want to put it back up, or you're storing it for the next time you use it, okay? You're going to do the same thing. Make sure it's completely dry, and then put a light coating of seasoning or oil or fat, whatever you want to call it, over your cast iron. I still haven't looked this skillet up yet, but we're going to when we get it in the oven. So I'm going to put a little bit more on there, and we're going to start coating away. And listen, you can use Crisco, you can use vegetable oil, you can use avocado oil, you can use bacon grease, you can use beef tallow, lard. All of it will work. Some do work a little better than others, but you can do your research on that. But I'm loving the seasoning that we came up with too. It is working out so good. All right, I got this completely coated with the oil or seasoning, okay? Now, get you a clean rag. It can be a paper towel, it can be another rag, and you want to act like, or you want to try to get all that seasoning and oil you just put on your pan out, okay? I know it sounds crazy, but this is the mistake that most people make when it comes to seasoning or putting any type of oil on their pan before they put it up. They always use too much. So if you have too much oil on there, it's going to create a sticky, bubbly surface and stuff a cake to it and stick to it, and you don't want that. You want a super clean, smooth pan. You don't want any bubbling and stickiness on it where it's just way too much oil. And sometimes after I do that, I'll just take a paper towel and just wipe it one more time and make sure, just to make sure I got all the excess oil off. And there we go. If this was already a seasoned pan, I could put this pan up. I could hang it up on my wall. I could put it in my drawer, wherever I keep my cast iron, and this pan won't rust, and it's ready to use the next time I want to use it. But I'm not doing that. But I would do the exact same thing you saw me do just then when I put my pan up for storage. But what I'm doing is, this was raw cast iron. I'm seasoning this pan, okay? So I got my oven preheated at 400 degrees. Once it hits temperature, we're gonna put this pan in there. and I'll show you what we do next. Also, for those that may have missed it, because I've been getting a lot of messages wanting to know when were we bringing it back that you didn't get a chance to get it, and that is our cast iron seasoning. It is back in stock over on our website, coghillfarm.com. And if you did miss it the first time, it is there now. We had no idea it was going to sell out that fast because it sold out super, super fast. But it is back on the website. And I want to tell y'all something. This will last you forever, and I mean it. This was my little test tin that I've been testing with and doing a lot of seasoning with. I can't tell you how many pans I've used on this, but you can see the difference in size. And a lot of times that if you buy seasoning like this, you get this size tin, and ours is twice as big, if not bigger. And like I said, this is going to last you forever, ever. Alrighty, y'all. So what research I just did, I came up with this is a unmarked Wagner piece. It's got a heat ring with a single notch at 12 o'clock. Number 5, which is common for almost all skillet manufacturers, but Wagner. Got a WK right here, which would have been the mark of the molder, and that way they could do quality control. That single slash is also common for Wagner, so is a single notch, and we got a teardrop handle, which is also common for Wagners back then. So I'm coming up with a unmarked Wagner. This is about an 8-inch skillet. And if any of y'all have any more information about it or think it's something else, please let me know, because that's what I came up with. I know I got some cast iron collectors that watch our channel, and I'm fairly new at this, about a year into it now, give or take, and I've got where I love cast iron. But that's what I come up with this piece from the 1920s, 1930s. Gorgeous, isn't it? All right, we're going in the oven. And here's the thing. I know a lot of y'all have seen where you turn your pan upside down when you put it in the oven to season it. That's because people put too much oil on their pan. They don't get all that extra oil off, so it's going to drip. If you do it like this, you're not going to have any drips. You're not going to have any messy bottoms in your oven. You're not going to have any smoke. So you do not have to turn it upside down if you don't have too much oil. But we will season that for an hour, okay? And after an hour, we're going to take it out. We're going to let it cool. And we're going to do that 5 more times. With raw cast iron, I do it 6 times. And I probably won't do it all in one day. You don't have to. But I do it at least 6 times on a brand new, super clean. I say brand new. You know what I mean. Clean, raw cast iron. Now, if yours is already looks fairly good, but you want to put another coating on it, it's absolutely fine. You cannot season a pan too much. You can put too much oil on one. We've discussed that. But you cannot season a pan too much. So if you want yours, you think it needs to be a little bit more non-stick, and you want to put another coat of seasoning on it, that's what you do, just like I showed you right there. But I'll show you when we get this one out, what we're going to do again. I just love cast iron. I do. Let me show y'all. So this isn't all my collection. I don't have all of it hung up yet. I don't. But yeah, this is, I'm getting up there though. I'm getting up there, and they added me another one up there. And I got a feeling that I'm going to have to add some more over here, some more wood to hang cast iron on. Because it can be addictive. It really can. And it's so much fun. And honestly, so that's an unmarked Wagner. If you were to go to a flea market or thrift store and find that piece from the 1920s, 1930s, you're probably going to pay 20, 30 bucks for it. From the 1920s. It's just amazing. Now, if it's been done and restored, and it'll bump the price up. But, I mean, you can get into cast iron and collect these old pieces and not break the bank. That's what I love about it. You know, you're finding these just historic pieces, and you're not breaking the bank. And most of the time, especially if you find them in bad condition, it's got stuff caked up on them, or they're rusted, and nobody thinks they're, it can't be fixed or saved, or it's too much trouble, You can find them for $2 or $3, you know, and you clean them up and they'll look like these, and just, yeah, so much fun. So much fun. You can see I got this piece right here that I haven't hung up. That's a very similar to the one I just showed you. It's got a 5, but it's got SK right here, which stands for skillet. It's got 3 notches. Got D1, which was the molder's mark, so they know who did this, and if they have any issues with it, they could go back and, you know, see what went on. But this is a 3-notch lodge. This is an old lodge piece from the 50s. And you see I got these pieces here. Now these are some that some of y'all have gifted me. A lot of these, some of y'all gifted me too. And a lot of these are ones that I have actually found as well. But I tell you what's fun is you get one of these right here and you can't see any of that because it's just caked up. And you pull it out of the E-tank and you see the writing on there, and it's just so awesome. And a lot of times you'll get pieces like this one. This was one that was given to me by one of you guys, and actually from the meet and greet. This was a lady's mom's. She knows it was over 100 years old. And this one was really, really, really caked up. This one, her mama used it. I'm talking about used it. Don't tell how much cornbread was made in this pan. And my nanny made cornbread in a square pan like this. But this one was in really, 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 I say rough shape, used shape. But look how clean and beautiful it is now. And I hope she's watching so you can see how great this piece turned out, because it is just beautiful. And I got some of those muffin pans or popover pans you guys have gifted me that I have cleaned up there. And you look over here, I got these waffle makers that a lady sent me, and I'm so grateful for these. I love these. These are some of my favorites right here. I would love to figure out a way to display these, but you can't really hang them up because all this comes off right here. Now this is probably the oldest piece I have. I'm thinking this one is from the 1700s right here. This would have been used for just about everything. Soups, coffee. This one right here, I'm not going to do anything with because there's chances they could have melted lead in here for bullets, which are musket balls, which would have been common uses for these as well. And, you know, you could get lead poisoning. So I think I'm going to probably just scrape the inside of this out real good and end up putting just a light coating of oil on it some kind of way to keep it from rusting out. But love, love, love this one. And this one's also gifted to me by one of y'all as well. But isn't that one beautiful? Even though it's rusted, it is just, love it. Love it, love it. All right, that thing is super hot. Just got it out of the oven, and you can see it is kind of, looks like it's real dry. Don't let that fool you. We're gonna do that 5 more times, and when it's all said and done, it's gonna look like this. Just like this right here when we're done with it. But I will let this cool off until we put another coat of our seasoning on there. And back in the oven at 400. 5 more times, total of 6. And it's gonna be good. It's still raining, still nasty, but we need it. We absolutely need it. Y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Y'all stay warm, because I know a lot of y'all are getting some pretty brutal cold weather right now. So y'all stay warm, stay safe. Catch you guys on the next one. We love y'all. Y'all be good.